Welcome back to Kei Builds. So it's a long time coming now since we've been sorting out the unit, but it's finally time to start looking at our white truck. It's now empty of all the spare parts that we had lugged in the back. We have got a lot of spare parts left, so make sure you drop a comment or try and contact us if you need any parts for your Acti. But first thing we got to do is clean it, because it's looking a bit sorry for itself. Inside is full of dust and rubbish, same for the back, and it's just going to give us a good clean base to start. What I am going to do is just take the two doors off, and I might take the side panels off, as these are still kind of in raw metal, so we want to try and keep them from getting wet. So we're going to take the doors and the side panels off first.
So what we're going to do now is just give the white Acti a bit of a wash down really. All we're going to do is snow foam jet wash it off just to get most of the crap off it. We have done more of a detailed video on our previous blue truck, so if you do want to sort of run through all the different products and stuff we've gone through, check out that video. But all I do now, chuck some soap on it and give it a good rinse.
So that's the truck cleaned. As you said, not too much detail, but it does look a lot better. We can kind of see some of the repairs have already been done, and there's a lot of rust has already been fixed. So the bed is all fairly decent, nothing wrong with that, apart from the finish is really pitted. Wherever the primer is just not very good, so I'll have to come off and be redone. Moving on to the inside, a lot cleaner than it was before. There was a lot of rubbish on the floor, but there is left with this horrible finish. It's kind of like really rough, so we're probably going to have to end up sanding the whole inside. But we're going to have to do that to paint it anyway. There is also then rust repairs on the front, which that saves us doing. All this will be carpeted, so you're not really going to see that anyway, but at least that's fixed. But generally, it's a lot cleaner than when we started. But that's it for the cleans. What we're going to do now is get inside, and that moves on to the most important and exciting part of the video, where we reveal the engine that will be going in this. We have bought it, and we have got it already. Drop in the comments, maybe guess if you can think of what engine it may be. Small hint, it does stick with the Honda theme. So let's get everything back inside and let's show you the new engine.
So now we've got the Acti inside, give it a bit of a clean. We can better see all the, I guess, points we need to address on it in regards to rust and a few other bits. We teased a bit outside about some other upcoming parts like the engine. One of the other parts is actually changing the rear end on this to something that we're more familiar with.
So the platform we've decided to go with for the rear end and on all the setup for the rear is a Mark 1 or Mark 2 MX-5 rear subframe. Obviously, I have the MX-5, parts for that is so easy to get a hold of. So for us, it just makes sense to fit something which we can get parts of like it's nothing. And then the other reason for us getting the rear subframe
and is the ability to put it on bags. So one of the announcements, I guess, is that not only changing the engine, but also the truck will hopefully be like the R8 and the MX-5, and it will end up on air ride.
On his arse, hopefully. It's obviously within our nature to just put this on bags. So to do that, the parts we picked up, we've got the MX-5 rear subframe, the lower arms. We've got a set of hubs and the drive shafts. The upper arms are actually on the subframe, and that's, I think, enough for us to basically get into the car. But we're not going for the MX-5 rear diff. That will make more sense when we get the engine out.
So let us know in the comments just before we do bring it out what you think that engine could be. Again, we said earlier, bit of a clue that it's another Honda. So yeah, drop down below what you think it might be.
So without further ado, let's show you the engine. And the engine that will be going in our Honda Acti it's a 1996/97 Honda Fireblade bike engine.
So as Ken alluded to, this is a Honda Fireblade engine out of a bike. I don't actually know much about bikes at all, to be fair. Never been around them, never grew up with them, whereas Ken's a bit more familiar. We did actually acquire this through a friend, so it actually came out of a kit car.
By being in a kit car, this was actually driven with a drive shaft or prop shaft. There was an adapter on the sprocket, but we don't think it's quite going to work fitting in our truck. So what we are going to do is we're going to run it using a chain as it was in the bike. By doing so, we're going to get a diff, which that's why we didn't get the MX-5 diff, because we're going to get a diff which is driven using the chain.
So we purchased it pretty much as a bare shell, I guess, or bare engine. It has, been previously chopped up, I guess, in terms of wiring just to get it to work in the previous kit car. But what you see here is pretty much what we acquired. We did manage, or Ken managed, to find a loom online, so we have got a loom now. So the aim will be to basically get it running on a pallet first, know everything is okay, and then sort of go from there.
So we don't really know a lot about the health of this engine. It could be blown for all we know. We've been told this came out running, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it is. Worst case, we'll hopefully just try and find an engine and we can just fabricate everything to fit, but we'll deal with that when it comes to it.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of fab work which will go into this to get it on the car or on the Kei truck and running. It's all a learning curve for us, really, so all we're going to do is just document as we step through. No doubt make a couple of mistakes, but that's the aim, really, is just to learn more. Especially for me, I'm excited to jump on bike engine and learn a bit more about that.
That's also where you could probably play a part. We're learning on this, so if you do know something or you see something that could may have helped to us on how we can do this or how we can do that, then feel free to just drop a comment and just give us some help. We may not see things that you may see, so if you can help us out, that would be much appreciated. So I think this truck was actually destined as well for this engine and this rear subframe swap, because when we bought this truck from the guy, he actually was on the path of putting a Fireblade engine with a Mark 1 MX-5 rear subframe. So by chance we went there, said we was going to do that with the blue one, but now we ended up doing it to this one. So this was probably destined to have this engine on it anyway.
Yeah, and that'll mean then we're going to have a number of videos or episodes coming up for the Kei truck. We've been a bit working in the background, getting things in place, but we're going to have a lot of work now, from sorting out sort of the subframe pieces we talked about, any fab work, getting it all mounted. There's going to be a lot of bits we need to do.
So that will be it for today's video. If you do like the content and you're interested to see what happens with our Kei truck, make sure you drop a subscribe to follow along. And we also do have a lot of other content come in. So we got a lot of car shows and car events coming up. So they will be posted on the channel. So make sure you follow along, and we'll catch you in the next one.